2:30. I tried closing my eyes, but my brain wouldn't shut off. At 1:15, I got up and checked the door lock again. At 2:30, I checked all my windows. At 3 in the morning, I finally gave up and texted Maya. I know you're probably asleep, but I can't stop thinking about what he might do next. She texted back within 2 minutes. I'm awake. Do you want me to come back over? I told her no, but thank you, and that just knowing she was awake helped. We texted back and forth for another hour about nothing important until I finally felt calm enough to try sleeping again. I dozed off around 4:30 and woke up at 7 feeling worse than if I hadn't slept at all. But lying in bed feeling anxious wasn't helping anything. I got up and made coffee. I needed to approach this like a problem I could solve instead of just a thing that happened to me. I opened my laptop and created a new document. I titled it Carson Timeline and started writing down everything I knew. When he first messaged me, what the account name was, every conversation we had leading up to the wedding, everything he said at the wedding itself, every interaction after. I went through my phone and took screenshots of all our text messages. I wrote down everything he told me about his supposed life, his job that he was vague about, his apartment that he never invited me to, the gym he claimed to go to but never specified which one. Every detail I'd dismissed as normal now looked like a red flag I should have caught. Maya came back over mid-morning with more coffee and bagels. She sat next to me and looked at my timeline document. This is good. This is really good. We need to find out where he actually lives and works. She opened my phone settings and started going through location history. I watched her scroll through weeks of data. Look at this. Every time you two met up, it was either here at your place or at public spots like coffee shops or restaurants. He never once invited you to his apartment. I pulled the laptop closer and added that to my notes. I tried to remember specific conversations from the wedding and after. Every time I'd asked Carson detailed questions about his life, he'd deflected. When I mentioned maybe visiting his place sometime, he'd changed the subject to how much he loved being at my apartment because it felt cozy. When I asked about meeting his friends, he'd said something about them all being busy with work. Every deflection had seemed smooth and natural at the time. Now they looked like obvious evasion tactics. Maya pulled up our text message history, and we read through everything chronologically. He always messaged first. He texted at weird hours like 2 in the morning or 6 in the morning like he was checking when I was online. The pattern felt creepy now in a way I'd dismissed as him being really interested when I thought he was Rodney reconnecting with an old friend. Maya pointed at the screen. He was monitoring your activity, seeing when you were awake and active so he could time his messages to seem natural. I added all of it to my timeline. Then I opened LinkedIn and searched for the real Rodney. His profile came up again with that photo that looked exactly like the yearbook picture, just older. I clicked the message button and started typing. Hi, Rodney. This is going to sound strange, but someone impersonated you at my sister's wedding last month. I'm trying to verify some information and wanted to confirm that you weren't at a wedding in our hometown recently. I kept it short and factual. I didn't want to sound crazy or accusatory. I just needed confirmation that Carson definitely wasn't somehow the real Rodney with a different past than I remembered. I hit send and closed the laptop. Maya looked at me. Now what? Now we wait and see if he responds. And I figure out what to do next if he confirms that he wasn't there. Maya closed her laptop and looked at me with that serious expression she gets when she's about to say something I won't want to hear. She suggested I think about hiring